Alright, so before we get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for clicking on the video, and that if you guys are new here or have been around and haven't subscribed yet, consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell down below. It's the best way to support my channel and make sure you are notified for all future videos. Thank you for watching, and let's get right into it. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to another Slime Isekai Memories video. So today I have for you the Wind Challenge quest. Now, the Wind Challenge quest, in my opinion, is so much more difficult than the Dark Challenge quest that I don't even know what they were thinking. Um, I don't I don't think it's not specifically the teams. I mean, obviously the Dark 2.0 team is much better than the Wind 2.0 team, but it's not even the team's fault for the most part. It's literally just the way the fight is designed. So as you'll see when we get into it, the dragon hits like a machine, like a tank. Like you're just getting nuked every time you get hit. It's just so much damage, like an insane amount of damage. It's ridiculous. And you think like, oh, you know, the Wind team, it can be defensively built and stuff like that, and yeah, it can. And then you still take like 15 to 20% of your health each hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. And or you're low and then you get countered like 3 times and then your character dies, and it's like, well, that's great. So basically I have 2 runs where it cleared all the missions, the special missions, except the 9-turn one. I was trying to get all of them kind of into one, or like get like a couple within one run, you know. But it just never like worked out. Like my gear is the max that it could. It's not like awakened gear, but don't really invest much into my Wind team. But I couldn't kill, and unfortunately I couldn't clear it within 9 turns. But I could still do the other missions, which I think is kind of like the main target that people are aiming for, like the thing that most people are having trouble with. So I figured it's not that big of a deal if I can't complete the 9-turn mission. But this is the first team that I used. So the first set of missions that we're targeting is the guard mission. Now I haven't used Wind Shuna in a long time, so I was like, hey, I want to use Wind Shuna, you know, because she gives guard and she gives all gauge increase for Soul of Skills, right? So, you know, you can have some fun with it. So this is the team that I used. I used Milim and Wind Shuna so Milim is there for the Soul of Combos buff and also the orb change. Wind Shuna is there as a tank, quote unquote. She also has an orb change and she has a defense raising skill. And then we have Aaron for the other orb change. I don't know why. My thought process was, you know, I'm just gonna get a lot of orbs and then orb change a bunch. But I guess I still had that Dark 2.0 mentality. This does work, but obviously nowhere near as effectively as the Dark 2.0 team with Dark Veldora, the Protector. So here we actually get pretty lucky with orbs. I just pop Milim's orb change, get that skill point increase buff going, and then I swap Loomis in for Dark Milim because I don't want it to take too much damage, and then I swap Aaron out for Hakuro because Hakuro is going to be my main damage dealer. The dragon is weak to physical, more physical than magic, so I want Hakuro to get all the orbs. I want his ult, obviously. And look at that. To be fair, my Wind Shuna, I have not like upgraded her gear or anything. So she's kind of weak, but I mean, still, like, this dragon just hits so hard. I don't understand it. But I popped the 2 orb changes and I popped Shuna. So basically, how this is supposed to work, it right, is I'm just trying to get as many orbs as I can, and then, you know, with Shuna's buff, the full hand should give me like a lot of protection gauge and points and stuff, which is what I was aiming for, because she does give the gauge increase. by like 50% or something. Whenever you use her, right? And we need to activate guard 3 times. So you could use other characters like MAID Rimuru in combination with this team, and you could get off pretty easily, but I went for more offensive because I tried getting the 9-turn missions and stuff like that. But with this run, like I just couldn't get that one. So send the 2 errands. I'm trying to build up their ults and stuff, but also trying to build up the Shunas, right? Because I need to use her 3 times. And here he's gonna activate his skill. So I popped the orb changes, and then I think I just popped the defense skill and the guard as well. I think at this time I didn't have my Wind Shuna's her protection skill fully maxed out. It was at level 7, I think. Which is crazy because I thought I had it maxed out, but it's been so long since I've used this unit that the guard wasn't guaranteed. It was at like 68%. So pretty. I'm surprised this run like went through, if I'm being honest. But you can see like we're doing okay-ish damage, but we are also taking a lot of damage. Like I think way more than necessary. And also he debuffs ults on turn going into turn 5, which is great. So pop the heal. I swap Luminous out. So my thought process was, now that I have Luminous and Hakuro's ult, it's probably not going to be like smart if I use their ult again, because I don't know. I can't say with confidence how fast I'll be able to build it up, right? So here, do I do the orb changes? I do that one at least. I pop the guard and the buff because I'm waiting for that cooldown for the ult debuff to disappear, and then I send the full hand. So I almost have a Shuna, and then we're at max skill points, but Aaron's taking a lot of damage. So here I think I just send the blues. Yeah. Guarantee myself another Shuna. I think we're at 3 already, so it doesn't matter too much. And then I just send the ult as well. Obviously 693. Amazing damage. And then Aaron dies because of course we get countered. I got countered a lot in when I was fighting Sky Dragon. He doesn't have any counter rate up, but I literally just kept getting ulted. Or not ulted, I just kept getting countered over and over and over again. So here I popped the Soul of Combos damage, and he still has a lot of health. So I was not confident that we would kill. I was hoping maybe by some miracle we could maybe do enough damage. But if anything, I also have Hakuro's ult and then his defense down plus crit rate up skill, right? So we send those, and then he's like 40-ish health down. Shino does 5,000, not great. Luminous does 18,000. I was like, okay, we're not gonna kill here. Hakuro does 21,000, but I still have his ult, and I get pretty decent luck with the orbs. I can send like the full hand along with his ult, right? So I just pop a Shuna because I'm like, it's a waste if I don't. And then send those, and then we get some skill points. And I was like, if this crits, maybe this could kill. Might be a little bit of a stretch, but it doesn't, obviously. So 15,000, and I'm kind of stuck in this rut because I don't have anyone's ult at the moment, and he's gonna ult next turn. So this is kind of bad. Luckily I have the oranges to build up the Luminous and Hakuro's ult. It was pretty clutch. If I didn't, I don't think I would have been able to finish him. But here I can't pop anything, so I literally just pop another Shuna. That makes us at like 5 or 6, and then I just send all the orbs and stuff, and I just pray that this kills. We do 12,000 there, and I was a little nervous, but I think we just barely killed him. Maybe like 1,000 off. If we did 1,000 or maybe a few hundred less damage, we wouldn't have killed him. But yeah, definitely not the smoothest run in the world. You can see that we had one person die, we had Aaron die, and we were just not doing that much damage. Obviously, this isn't meant for like damage team, but yeah, that's the guard. Let's just go into the defense up skill now. All right, this is the team that I went with for defense. We have Veldora, obviously, because I don't need to do guard, and I think for something like this, I think it's just better if I use Veldora, just because I can do so much more with him. Luminous is there, and we have MAID Rimuru. Wow, a unit that I never use. But yeah, he was actually okay in this stage. Now you can run him, like you can kind of fuse these teams together in a sense to hit both, because as long as you pop Rimuru's skill like 3 times, because that is raising guard 3 different times, they're both defense skills as well, so you'll be fine. But it does cost a lot of skill points and stuff, and for me it's just easier if I split it up, but if you want to try and tackle it all at once, then go for it. But yeah, I used MAID Rimuru as my defense raising skills. Milim here for the soul combos, and also the orb change. Diablo and Hakuro are supposed to be my main DPS. In hindsight, I probably should have swapped Diablo and Luminous where they are, because yes, Diablo has more attack buff skills, but also Diablo's level 80. So yeah. And he's magic. So not the best combo. I think it just would have been better if I had Luminous be the one of the main DPS units. But when Diablo was kind of helpful, obviously like he just does damage, right? Which is good, which is what I need. So this one, unfortunately, we just barely didn't make the 9-turn cut, I think, which sucked, but I mean, not too big of a deal. So here we get an okayish hand. It's 2 of each orb. So I just send the 3 Hakuros, because that was the best combo that I can do. I keep MAID Rimuru in. Look at that. We already take so much damage from the first turn. So here I do the orb change. I swap Diablo in for MAID Rimuru. So I'm going to bring him in later, right? I just want to try and build up their ults as much as I can. And look at that. He's doing 1200. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. So here, I think I do swap out Hakuro. Sorry, I forgot his name for a second. For MAID Rimuru, because I don't want him taking too much damage. And here, I pop the attack buff skill. Now, if you guys don't know, when Diablo has an attack buff skill where he buffs his own attack by 17% at the time that I had for 3 turns, and then he increases all gauges of his own. So all of his own orbs, whether green, blue, or orange, their gauge increase will be increased, if that makes sense. Like they'll basically generate more of whatever they're designed to do. So here I was like, I'm not gonna get his ult, so kind of a waste of a turn. I don't know if that was the smartest play. But yeah, so here I pop both MAID Rimuru's skills, giving me more health and stuff, but the extra health, defense, guard, and then the skill points, right? And then here I pop the heal, and I just send the 5 Diablo orbs, and now I have his ult. I still have one more turn of his attack buff, which as long as I just keep him in the back and I have no reason to swap him out, then he would just have that buff on him. And he gets low, so I'm like, okay, you're never coming out now. And then I believe I swap Hakuro in for MAID Rimuru to get the 4 orbs, which I do. and I send the 4 Hakuro. Now I have his ult, which is good. I have 2 ults in the bag. I just need to like build up some skill points and stuff, and then we are good to go, right? So here I swap MAID Rimuru in, and I send the 2 greens. The reason I do that is because I'm hoping for a full hand of blues, which, you know, we get lucky, and we do. So get a full hand of blues. I try to heal because I don't want them to like get super low and then they die. So I get the full hand. Of course, we get countered for 6,000 and it pierces as well. So we're doing okay damage. He's at like maybe 20 to 30% of his health gone. I'd say like 30, 35. So here, obviously, I pop the Veldora, and I'm just gonna go for the orange orbs next because, you know, there's 4 of them. So now I have 2 ults. I have 156 skill points, and I have Veldora. So I would have gone a little bit longer, but I realized, okay, this is turn 9, so I literally just have to. So here, obviously, I put Millim's Soul combos and get the buff, swap Diablo in for Millim, and then swap Hakuro out for MAID Rimuru. Pop Veldora, get the extra soul combos, so that's at 30. So we're getting a 100% damage buff for our soul combos. And then I pop, so that Hakuro's defense down skill is a defense-ish skill, so that makes 3. I pop Diablo's guaranteed crit, and then I believe I pop the orb change to get the extra little bit of attack in. I think I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. I do that just to get a little bit of attack in, and then I send the ult, and I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, this could maybe crit and, you know, kill him. We crit for 9,000. He's at like 40ish, like 45% of his HP is gone. So pop Diablo 36,000. I'm like, okay, if this crits, then maybe. It does not. 23,000. I'm like, okay, if this crits, maybe. And it crit, but it just couldn't finish him off. So if Luminous had crit, then he would have died, right? I would have gotten it, but luck was not on my side, and I was like, okay, that's great. I want to finish this though. So we get countered. I send the 3 Hakuro orbs, and he's about to get his ult, and luckily we get the 4 Diablos. So I do the attack buff because I like just have enough points for it, and then I just send those and he dies. Honestly, I probably should have just brought in Wind Millim or the Dark Millim to use our ult as well, but yeah, it's whatever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. These runs were very jank. MAID Rimuru kind of came in clutch. I will say that when it comes to the battles like this, where you do need a lot of defense, I'll just go back to the team. I do like MAID Rimuru. I do like using him. What a shocker to say that, but I like his guard and the extra health. Even though it's only it's kind of limited, if you can heal through that, like your team can get pretty tanky, and you don't have to worry about damage, taking damage too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Win the Challenge quest. Again, this week has just been really slow for the game. I don't know what they were. I kind of don't know what they were thinking, because Valor Cup is not gonna carry as just old, like full content. Then the challenge quest is fun, like it's fine, but I mean, you do it in 2 seconds and then it's like, okay, are we in an anniversary? I don't know, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they put out. I think this Thursday we should get another update notice, or I guess tomorrow, or whenever this goes up. I don't know. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.